welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Christiane O, and for today's video I'm going to be walking you through my super easy summer soft glam makeup routine. I got a few requests for a makeup video, so I'm like, okay, what better than to update you guys on my makeup routine. This routine is great for people who are beginners or people who just want to like enhance their features. This makeup is also great for this summer because yeah, we're gonna be outside, but we also have to wear a mask, you know? So this routine is mask proof. It's gonna stay intact and cute all day. Even if you're wearing a mask, you have to put it on, take it off, all that stuff. So if you're interested in learning how I achieve this look, just keep on watching. Okay, so I did my brows off camera. I've also already primed my skin. I use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. If you're trying to have your makeup last all day and be mask proof, this primer is something that you need. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation. So to do my foundation, I'm gonna be using the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Same as the last video, but I'm gonna be using the color Cadiz. And with the foundation that's on my forehead, I'm just gonna blend that out literally in the center because I don't want to take it all the way up to my hairline. Okay, so now that I've used the brush to get my foundation on for the most part, I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender. Make sure your beauty blender is clean. They only get so clean, but you want to make sure you're cleaning it as well as you can every single time. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my beauty blender all over my face just to get rid of any like excess product and just make it look as natural as possible because I like a really skin-like finish, and I find that the beauty blender is how I get that. Okay, so I really use like a pretty minimal amount of foundation just to get like the color of my skin all even. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use my Tarte Shape Tape. I really like this. This is in the color Tan Sand, and I'm gonna use this as my first concealer tone. I'm gonna put this right underneath my eyes, down my nose, and literally in the corners. And then I'm gonna let that dry down for a little bit, and then while that's drying down, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is in the shade Chai. And then I'm gonna do my contour. So I don't like to let my contour have any time to dry down, and I also don't use a brush anymore. I kind of just go in and I squeeze my beauty blender and I just get to blend in. So as you can see, I'm only using a darker tones on my forehead because I want to avoid like a white cast. Sometimes I don't even like put product on my forehead, but today I am, just so I can show you guys how I do contour my forehead. But it's not like necessary. So I just want to get the bulk of the product blended out. It's not perfect right now, but we're gonna get there. So I'm just gonna keep going back in these areas, blending that out. And I'm also gonna like kind of go into my hairline. So now I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my under eye with the pointy side of the beauty blender. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the second concealer. This step is optional. You know, if it's just a day where I kind of just want to get makeup on and just be done, like I won't even do this step, but today I will, just to show you guys another product that I use to conceal. This product is the Makeup Forever, what is this? This product is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. You can find this at Sephora. I was looking for something that's similar to the Tarte Shape Tape. This one is one that they said they highly recommend. And I actually like it. I just feel like the shade is a little light. So I really use it like minimally. But as you can see, I'm using a little bit of product. Like I don't like too much makeup on. And I'm gonna blend that out right away because I don't want to give this too much time to dry down since it is like pretty light. And you can see that really just like brightens the under eye. Alright, so now I'm going to contour my nose with the same contour shade that I used on the rest of my face. And I'm just going to use, once again, minimal product. Go on the side of my nose. And at the bottom. Sometimes I will cut it right here too. Depends on my mood. So yeah, today I'm going to do that. Okay, now I like to let this dry just a little bit. So while that's dry, I'm just going to go ahead and like blend around the rest of my face just to make sure everything is like put together and it looks good. Ooh, this is a risky part, okay? Because things could get muddy and messed up real fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the pointy side of my beauty blender and blend that out. So I'm gonna blend the lines upwards. And now I'm gonna blend all that out with the big side of my beauty blender, which has like the leftover foundation stuff on it. Ooh, my eye. And that's basically it for like the cream part of my makeup. I'm also gonna try to cover a little bit of my breath work, but I don't like too much product. So we're just gonna let it be, okay? So now to set my face, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. So in my last video, I used this all over my face, but now I do things differently. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this underneath my eye just because I feel like I have not found any powder that gives a nicer finish than this one, at least under the eyes. So I'm gonna use some powder and I'm just pressing it in. And this powder has little flecks of glitter in it that just photographs so nicely. And that way I don't have to wear like highlighter and stuff like that, because this gives me like a glow from within look. The only place that I bake is on my nose, just because baking on your nose gives you more definition. So I'm just gonna bake on the sides a little bit. And go up through the middle. I'm also going to add a little bit of powder to the front of my brows because those can be greasy. Now for the rest of my face, while my nose is like setting and stuff, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent powder in the shade. What shade is this? I'm going to use the Laura Mercier setting powder in the shade Translucent Honey. And I don't like this underneath my eyes because I feel like it just feels like drying underneath the eyes. But I like it on the rest of my face because it's nice and mattifying. So I'm gonna take this like fluffy brush and I'm gonna tap off the excess because I really don't want to use a lot. And then I'm just gonna put this all over the rest of my face. So using the Laura Mercier Translucent Honey and setting my entire face with a powder brush is how I get my makeup to last all day and how I get it mask proof. So now I'm gonna use my Fenty bronzer. This is called the Sunstalker in the shade Coco Naughty. So I also have the Fenty bronzer brush, but I don't know, the shape of it is just a little weird to me. So I still prefer to use my Wet n Wild brush, yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and set the perimeter of my face with this. So Aaliyah J was actually talking about this the other day in her video, like tapping really helps get like more of a natural look instead of swiping. And I've actually been doing that for the past couple months, but I just didn't even realize it. So yeah. But that is how you get like that really blown out, natural looking contour. And then I'm gonna wipe away on my nose with that same brush as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna use a smaller brush and I'm gonna go ahead and use the Sunstalker again. And I'm gonna contour my nose. Use this brush wet. And now I'm gonna go back in with my beauty blender and I wanna blend that out again. And when I'm blending, I'm not gonna like drag downwards, I'm gonna drag towards the center. So now we're done with the bulk of the makeup. We're just gonna add like a few extra details that are just gonna make your makeup like, you know? Okay, so I got a new blush. My new blush is by Milani. This is the shade number 5 Luminoso. I got this from Ulta. Amazing. So I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna go over top of where I contour. So this is just gonna warm up the face and, you know, bring like natural color back to it. I used to not like be that big of a blush fan, but lately I've just been loving it, especially this one. The shade just gives you like your skin but better. I'm also gonna go on my nose a little bit. Some people will use blush on their lids or they'll use a bronzer, but honestly, I don't use anything on my lids. I have lash extensions, so I don't want anything getting into the base of my lash extensions because that's just gross. And I do lashes and I see that all the time and it's just disgusting. So I try to avoid that at all costs, and I don't really wear eyeshadow on the top, but I do wear eyeshadow on the bottom. So my favorite palette at the moment is the Huda Beauty Khaki Haze palette, and it's just easy and it has like a bunch of neutrals in it. So I'm gonna use, sometimes I use these two or all 3 of them. And I'm just gonna go underneath my eye. And this just like makes it look really sultry, you know? This is like that extra detail that is super cute. That just like adds a little bit of like, you know, fox eye look, you know what I'm saying? Cute. Now for highlight, I've really been liking the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Illuminati. This is like super old, like OG YouTube people know this. Jackie Aina came out with a collection with Artist Couture, and that's actually how I learned about this. So I bought her highlight, and then it came with like a set, and in the set was the Illuminati bomb. So this is what I've been using lately. I just take a little bit, like you don't need a lot at all because it is super, super pigmented. So now that I'm done with like the powder portion of my makeup, anything powder related, I'm gonna go ahead and set with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This is also huge, like very, very important to getting your makeup to last, especially with the mask, because I noticed that even with me putting on and taking off my mask, if I have this on, I don't have any issues. So I'm gonna cover my lashes. And then now I'm gonna take my beauty blender again, and I'm just gonna like pat everything in. I wanna make sure that that setting spray is really in and pushing all of these products into my face. So it looks really skin-like, but it's also gonna last all day. The bottom mascara I'm using is my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. It has like a really skinny wand, so it doesn't like mess up the rest of my makeup. Then last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do lips. So for my lips, my favorite lip liner at the moment is the Makeup Forever lip liner in the shade Limitless Brown. I'm gonna go ahead and line the perimeter of my lips. And I found that in order to get my lip color to last all day, I have to overline just a little bit, just so that throughout the day, even if I'm like drinking and stuff, I still have like a line that's there. And then I'm gonna be using my new fave. This is the NYX This Is Milky Gloss. I have this in Milk It Pink, and this is all I use. Like, I used to do like a whole bunch of lip combos. This has just made my life so much easier. So I don't have to do all that. Like, has the perfect opacity, perfect shade, everything. I'm obsessed. Alright you guys, so that wraps up today's video. That is how I achieve my natural makeup look. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up down below, and don't leave without subscribing to my channel, period, because we're cute over here. Yes, we are. So this is the makeup look that I literally wear all the time. If I have on makeup, this is how I did it. If you guys ever see me with eyeshadow on, I probably just chose one shade from this Huda Beauty palette and I just put it on my eyelid. Like, that's the most I will deviate from the norm. I'm an earth sign, okay? I just stick to what I know. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.